Hello and welcome. My name is Scuf, and welcome back to another episode of Blueprint Review here on the channel. This is episode number 271. And today we're taking a look here at the brand new bundle that was added into the game called the Bevis and Butthead Tracer Pack. So this is the actual bundle of Bevis and Butthead, which is pretty awesome. So we have ourselves the Recon Bevis skin. We also have the Infill Butthead skin as well. And then we have, I'll go ahead and click on these so you guys can see them a little bit better. And then we have 3 blueprints, which is pretty awesome. We have the TP Destroyer blueprint for the CR-56 AMAX. Again, all of this is cell shaded themed. We have the Suckless KSV blueprint. Then we have the Cornholio's Wrath blueprint, or Wrath, sorry, blueprint for the Fang 82. Then we have this finishing move, the Punch Boys emote. The Nacho Devil weapon charm, the funny calling card, a emblem, and a dummy ops loading screen. So again, a 2800 card point bundle, which is actually, this one's actually pretty, I guess, you know, this, I'm using this term loosely, but compared to other bundles in this game, this one is priced pretty okay for everything that you get, which is pretty awesome. Because again, normally a 1 skin 2 blueprint bundle is 2400 card points, so this one's only about 400 more. So again, we'll go ahead and do a review on Friday after we've covered all of these blueprints. So anyways, we're gonna go ahead and purchase this thing. Again, today we're going to be using the TP Destroyer blueprints, so we're going to inspect this one first, and I'll see you guys all in the game. Alright guys, welcome into the game. Here is a look at the TP Destroyer blueprint for the CR-56 AMAX. So this is the class that they gave us for this weapon. We have the Merlin Mini Sight, the vertical foregrip, extended mags 1, commando grip, and finally recoil springs. So overall, seems like a pretty good class, but of course we'll look at the recoil here in a minute. But here is a look at the inspect of the blueprint in its entirety. Again, looks pretty darn cool. Again, any of the cell shaded blueprints I kind of like here in this game. I'm a little bit biased towards them, but and I mentioned the reason why I'm biased is because I love Borderlands so much. But anyways, here's a look at the recoil. We're going to go ahead and test that out. We're going to go over here to test out the recoil. How about here? Okay, so here's me doing with no recoil control whatsoever. Okay, so pretty much shoots directly straight up, which is pretty nice. And then here's with me controlling it. Okay, so yeah, this thing should be pretty good. I don't think I'm too worried about doing badly with this one, especially because the CR-56 AMAX is not only one of the best ARs in the game, but I think the class is also pretty well built for this blueprint. But anyways, hopefully you guys go to enjoy this video, and I will see you guys all in the gameplay. Alright guys, welcome into the game. We are playing some Kill Confirmed here on Skyline. Hopefully we can do well. Rocking out here with the blueprint, of course, the TP Destroyer blueprint. Now we are using, of course we don't have the skin. Now it's actually okay in the case of this video because we have 3 blueprints obviously in this bundle, so we don't necessarily have to have a skin showcase in this video in the gameplay, but to be honest, it doesn't really matter because again, it's a first-person shooter. People, at least, I don't know. I've never had a comment about people's preferences, but my assumption would be you guys care more about the weapon itself, not about the skins. At least for me, I like them all. I mean, the skins, of course, aren't as relevant as the blueprint itself, but like, I'll just say from my own experience that when I'm playing Call of Duty, I will not keep the skins on forever, but if I like a blueprint enough, I will use it a lot. So if I was speaking for myself, I would say that I care more about the blueprints themselves, not the bundles, not the skins. But to each their own. And that counter UAV kind of was a bit of a bummer. right now, because I'm pretty sure we're like a kill in a tag or a kill in... It doesn't matter, though. Doesn't matter. Crap. There we go. Okay, there we go. Now we can finally get this UAV in. Okay. No. How do my teammates not know that that guy's there? They finally got him down, but really? And he's kill confirmed on Skyline. The spawns are absolutely... Oh, sit down. Man, this AMAX is easy mode. So good. See ya. Beautiful. Darn it, the recoil got away from me a little bit there.
Enemy scout post detected.
And I do not understand the spawns on this map at all. They are so weird. Like,
RCXD active. Using lethal.
what the heck? Man, this static shot guy, he is a bit annoying. Okay. You tried. Jeez.
Hostile scout post in your AO.
Yeah, I definitely prefer domination on this map, but I guess kill confirmed is okay. It's not horrible. It's just not easy to predict the spawns. Oh my gosh. See what I'm talking about though? How do you predict that? How do you, like, in that situation, how do you do well? How do you live? There's like no chance.
Let me finish this.
Unless you're just a beast. Or you have a UAV up, which I do, luckily. That helps a ton. And there we go, 37 and 14. Well, guys, I think that is going to do it for the gameplay. Hopefully you did enjoy it. It's kind of all over the place. It was a little bit more hectic than I wish it was. But anyways, regardless, I hope you did enjoy the gameplay regardless of the hecticness. Maybe that made it more entertaining. And I'll see you guys all in the review of the blueprint. Alright guys, welcome into the lobby. We're taking a look here at the TP Destroy blueprint for the CR-56 AMAX. So let's go ahead and get into the review. So again, as I said, I showed you guys the class in the beginning of the video, so I don't need to go ahead and show you guys the class here. So we'll just jump right into the aesthetic, practicality, and war. So starting off here, first off, with the aesthetic, I do like how this blueprint looks in game. I think it looks pretty darn awesome again, but I'm a big fan of all the cell shaded blueprints here within Call of Duty. Here's what it looks like with gold and diamond. Gold, I think, again, for some reason gold always looks the best on these blueprints over diamond. I don't know why that is. Again, I don't have the camos unlocked, so I can't show you specifically what they look like, but gold looks good, diamond looks good, dark spine I would say doesn't look good, and dark matter looks okay as well. But anyways, aesthetic wise, it's not anything that's super, you know, amazing. And if this was not a cell shaded blueprint, I don't think it would be very highly rated for me personally, but because it is cell shaded and I just love how this cell shaded aesthetic looks, I'm going to go ahead and give this a 7.5 out of 10, because I think that it is not necessarily great, but I would say that it definitely looks good. Next, for the practicality, is this a good blueprint for this weapon? Honestly, I think that there's a lot to really like about it, and then there's a few things that I would probably adjust if I was making this class my own, which is kind of a common occurrence here on the channel. I definitely like to adjust these blueprints to kind of make them how I would use them, but I do also grade them based off of the blueprint itself in its base form. And I do like, again, as I said, I like a lot of things. Recoil springs is a great attachment, of course. Vertical foregrip, extended mags 1, and commando grip, those are class or attachments that I use on every single AR class. I'm kind of used extended mags 2 a little bit more lately, but extended mags 1 is definitely one that I do like to use a lot. And then the Merlin Mini is a great sight, one of my favorite sights in the game, next to the Kepler Microflex, so definitely am okay with that. So as far as the practicality goes, I did play about 6 games or so, and I was able to get 3 or 4 2KD gameplays, so overall, it's a very solid blueprint, and I have no problems with the actual class itself. So for that, I'm going to give the practicality an 8.5 out of 10, because there are a few weaknesses. Again, I think one of the biggest weaknesses is that it does struggle a little bit to get really easy kills on enemies that are head glitching. For the most part, it's really good, but that's kind of the only weakness that I've been able to notice, is if you're coming up against enemies that are sitting on a head glitch, you're not going to be able to outgun them, versus if you made a class where you have a muzzle and maybe the reinforced barrel or something like that, you would be able to get that kill a lot easier. So again, but it's still a good class. You can still get easy 2KD gameplays with no problems whatsoever. And then last but not least, is this blueprint worth using? For me, I definitely will be using this a lot here in the game, and I will be making some adjustments to it. So let me go ahead and go down to, I think I might even have an AMAX class. I don't. So I'll just trade out the AK for now. So if I were to adjust this class, it would be pretty simple for me. I would keep all the base attachments, throw on a muzzle, throw on a stock, and then probably throw on the target laser. And let's see how this blueprint ends up looking in game. Yep, you guys can still see that the aesthetic is still there, and it becomes a complete laser beam of a class. So again, do I see myself using this? Absolutely, 100%. And the thing I like about the blueprint as well is it comes with a standard sight, so you guys can see, and you were able to see it in the gameplay as well. The tracers don't bother you when you're playing the game. They don't, you know, make it hard to see enemies or anything like that, which is again a huge deal. So again, as far as the worth goes, I'm gonna go ahead and give that a 10 out of 10, because yes, I will be using this because I'm going to grind headshots on every single AR, and I can just see myself using this for fun as just my setup for the CR-56 AMAX. So factoring everything in, this blueprint is going to be getting an 8.6, which is going to be an 8.7 out of 10, which I think is an absolutely great score for this blueprint, and I think is well deserved. So again, good blueprint. If you definitely pick up this bundle, you're not going to have too much difficulty doing well with this blueprint, and I think you'll definitely like it. So anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed another episode of Blueprint Review. If you did enjoy the video, a like rating is always appreciated, and check out any of my other previous episodes of this series. They will of course all be linked down below within the playlist in the description, as well as they will also be at the end of the video for you to check out as well. And I will see you all in another Call of Duty Black Ops 6 video very soon.